Next on Good Morning El Paso, happening today, police departments across America are telling their officers to be on alert and wear their bulletproof vests. This after 2 NYPD officers were killed in an ambush over the weekend. Back here in the borderland, a shocking discovery after a house burns. A body found by a neighbor. We have the latest on this investigation. And Sun Bowl week is officially here. The Duke Blue Devils arrive in town today. What else you can expect this week leading up to the big game?
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Good Monday morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle. Hillary Florin is off this week. The borderline is in for a major dip in temperatures this week, and that's why a first alert has been issued. And on this Monday at 6:01, let's get over to Crystal Clive for our first alert forecast.
Stephanie, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Happy Monday, that Monday before our holiday of Christmas strikes, and we are looking at a great forecast this week, aside from the big cool down that's moving our way Monday into our Tuesday. Then we start to see more pleasant conditions. On your first alert, today we're windy ahead of the cold front moving in. The cold front moves in tonight into tomorrow morning, and by our Tuesday we're looking much cooler. Some areas almost 20 degrees cooler for afternoon highs. Wind chills will make it feel even cooler than that, and morning temperatures, they're going to be dropping into the 20s in parts of El Paso, Las Cruces. All reasons why we put that first alert into effect. The next couple days a little uncomfortable, but as we just mentioned, conditions do get a lot better for Christmas and even Christmas Eve. We're going to check in on both those forecasts coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, Crystal, thank you. Happening today, a major construction zone will reopen, much to the delight of some East Siders. Wedgewood at Mottwood will now be open to all traffic, although eastbound and westbound traffic on Mottwood remains reduced to 1 lane. The city of El Paso closed the intersection in October to allow contractors to install underground stormwater infrastructure. In the meantime, work will continue on the sidewalks. The city is urging those traveling on foot in the area to exercise extreme caution. 9 hours after a house fire is put out, a body is discovered by a neighbor. And now a 2-part investigation is underway between El Paso police and the fire department. This happened around 12:30 yesterday morning at a condemned home on the 100 block of North Aubrey in South Central. A neighbor called 911 when he saw the flames break out. Crews arrived within minutes, put out the fire, and left. But the following morning, the victim was found. The El Paso Fire Deputy Chief tells us crews may have missed the body the first time because of light conditions that made it difficult to see. The victim has yet to be identified, but the witness describes him as a 60-year-old man. Well, a warehouse fire in Anthony, Texas continued to billow smoke more than 48 hours after that fire started. An officer with the Anthony Police Department tells ABC7 that massive fire broke out late Friday night at Brokers Logistics, a transportation company. Several area fire departments had to work through the day yesterday, fighting that still smoldering fire. There were no injuries reported. And we now know the name of the woman killed in a major crash that shut down I-10 for hours. This happened Saturday night around 6 on I-10 East near Mesquite, south of Las Cruces. 7 vehicles and 15 people were involved. New Mexico State Police say it started when a semi rear-ended a small car, causing a chain reaction leading to a semi rolling over. The woman killed has been identified as 43-year-old Mary Ortega of Maricopa, Arizona. 4 others were hurt. The crash happened near a stretch of highway that has been under construction for months.
The distracted driving, please pull over if you're tired. Please don't drink as well. And please be prepared. We had this highway shut down. We had people here stuck on this highway for 2 hours. Keep your medications, keep fuel in your vehicle, keep your first aid kit, go bag, blankets, whatever, some additional food and water, because you never know when something like this is going to happen.
The investigation is ongoing. Moving on now, police in New York City and across the country are on guard this morning after the deadly ambush of 2 officers sitting in their squad car. Authorities say the gunman opened fire after posting online that he planned to kill police. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in New York with the latest developing now.
Make this world a better place if you can
A candlelight vigil in March just days before Christmas for two New York City police officers, Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu. Their deaths uniting New Yorkers and sending shockwaves around the country.
I think the president is the ultimate healer and the one who brings people together.
President Obama on vacation released a statement condemning the killings and asking the nation to reject violence.
Shots fired, shots fired.
The two officers were ambushed in Brooklyn on Saturday. On Sunday, an officer in Florida was killed in an unrelated shooting. The killings coming at a time when police and protesters have clashed in nationwide demonstrations against police brutality.
We need to show solidarity, and hopefully this will bring us together, not further apart.
They lost their hero, and it's for no reason. You know, when they say to me, why? There's no answer.
Officer Ramos had two children. Officer Liu just got married 2 months ago. Police say their killer, Ismael Brinsley, later shot and killed himself. Earlier in the day, police say the 28-year-old posted on Instagram, "I'm putting wings on pigs today. They take one of ours. Let's take two of theirs." Police say Ismael Brinsley had at least 19 prior arrests, and his family says he also had a history of mental illness and tried to kill himself last year. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
And another police officer killed, this time in Tampa, Florida. Officer Charles Conduct was checking out a noise complaint when authorities say he was shot by a gunman. The gunman has been identified as 23-year-old Marco Antonio Parrilla Jr. Officer Conduct had previously served with the NYPD. Parrilla was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. At 6:07 now, taking a look at traffic, very light out there on the roads. You can see that I-10 and Horizon in Far East El Paso. No issues to report of. Of course, we will keep an eye on traffic, but like we've been saying throughout the morning, probably pretty light out there today and the rest of the week just because so many people have the day and the week off. Despite a loss in the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, the UTEP Miners still consider their season a success. We have the highlights from Saturday's big game. And some are calling it a Christmas miracle. We'll see how one town is having a change of heart with their very own Charlie Brown Christmas tree. But first, we are under a first alert, and meteorologist Crystal Ply has your forecast. Crystal.
You can't quite feel the cold air yet, but it's heading our direction. We'll look at how low your temperatures go, not just at night, but even in the afternoon, up after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. It's 6:08, and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.